And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, See, I have called by name Bezaleel, the son of Ur, the son of Hur, of the tribe of Judah, and I have filled him with the Spirit of God and wisdom, and in understanding, and in knowledge, and in all matters of workmanship, to devise cunning works, to work in gold, and in silver, and in brass, and in cutting of stones to set them, and in carving of timber, to work in all matters of workmanship. Exodus 31, 1-5. Tell the truth. Do you love or hate school? Sure, many of us roll our eyes about it and say we dread going, but is there a part of you that enjoys it? Many of us, if we're honest, would admit that we actually like learning, especially when we can use that information for something constructive. God gave Moses detailed instructions to make sure his tabernacle was excellently crafted and beautifully built. Exodus 31. God then specifically chose and called a man named Bezaleel to help decorate the tabernacle. The passage makes sure to tell that God filled Bezaleel with the appropriate understanding and knowledge to complete his important task. Imagine Bezaleel carefully learning his craft, studying and practicing workmanship, probably not realizing that he would be called by God for an important role and honor of making the tabernacle, the place where God's Spirit would dwell. So maybe you aren't devising cunning works in gold and silver and brass. Maybe you're not a master stone cutter. But how does this concept apply to us? What has God called you to do? God called Bezaleel by name, Exodus 31:1. God has called each and every one of us by name as well, and has a plan and purpose for us. This includes all of our skills and talents, even our education. Bezaleel did not just wake up one day and become a gifted stoneworker. This was something he had to work hard at, and yes, be educated for. Whatever God has called you by name to do, chances are you will need some kind of education to do it. This could mean a secular college degree, a Bible college degree, or a vocational training. We need to give this aspect of our lives to God and seek His will in it. We should not compartmentalize ministry and education. Let us think of how we can use our education for ministry, rather than having a struggle between the two or force the two to exist in our lives as separate entities. Bezaleel was able to use his work and livelihood to benefit God and His people. Before choosing a major, college, or any training program, we must ask ourselves how this path will glorify God. How can this choice help the kingdom of God or His people? How could these skills help our local church? Put God first and He will reward that commitment. Excellent honor and glorifies God. God cares about all aspects of your life, so you better believe that He cares about your education. Application. Will you let God be glorified in all aspects of your life? How about letting Him be glorified in your education? Let's take it a step further. Can God call you in your education and to your education? Let us be the present-day Bezaleel who will use all manners of workmanship, Exodus 31:5, to benefit the kingdom of God.